in the folder, you'll see resources for making your own mystery or for solving the mystery that my students solved here in the Investigating the Institute for Nuclear Semiotics. You can see my presentation, some references, and this infographic that I'm going to walk us through just a little bit of. So I just want to talk about a fun assignment that I run in my technical writing class. Just making sure the meeting window is there. Okay. So at High Point University, and it leverages AI as a pedagogical tool and direct participant in the iterative process of writing. That said, I'm only presenting on half of the project today, but what better way to talk about a mystery than to leave out the ending? So a little context. My class, technical writing, is a sophomore level elective for English majors, sophomore level elective English course that introduces technical writing and officially belongs in the public and professional writing minor. But it draws students across disciplines, populated mostly by communication, pharmacy, English, and the occasional criminal justice major, which is fun for them. This mixture of students who are also frustratingly at varying enrollment levels, even though it is a sophomore level course, makes for an interesting space where I have to toe the lines between introductory and advanced material, humanities and science-based epistemologies. And that was a struggle. And that's why I wanted something to help me bridge that. And this assignment came out of that exigence. It's a murder mystery game where students analyze technical documentation to solve a murder. It's a shameless ripoff of the Hunt a Killer board games, but what I found is it's also a great way to get students started thinking about the importance of flexibility in genre, especially in a field such as technical writing, which can be typically defined by how well it conforms to the genres common to it. Like I said earlier, you have access to my materials here. So if you want to just run the murder mystery that I ran, you can click this first folder and you'll have everything there to do that with, including the assignment sheet and anything you would like to run, or anything you would need to run it, excuse me. If you'd like to make your own, there is a prompt, a blank prompt for you to fill out the assignment sheet again, because you'll need to give them that, and you'll need to fill that out. And then the process annotation, so just some best practices throughout this process. What I'll say, what I will say as soon as I can say it is the scaffolding is pretty simple. I use 4 days. I like to use an early 4 days, preferably the first 4 days, just because it gets students thinking about, it's just a fun way to set the tone for the course and get students interacting with common genres early. So a couple of the things I do each day are we take a couple of documents, analyze them thoroughly as a group, compare clue collection as a group, and then we link technical writing criteria to those documents, which are also on that student assignment sheet. They practice, useful skills. I won't read the prompt to you, but just to say that it is lengthy and needs a lot of editing if you're going to make your own. I found it really useful. As you all know, AI is stubborn. So there are plenty of ways in which you have to supplement it, right? First of all, you have to edit every document. Second of all, you may actually have to tell it to create documents, even though your entire prompt is about creating these documents, just because it's stubborn. And sometimes it'll create a little blurb of a document or a stub of a document, and then you will be left with half of a genre. Other than that, you can see some of the theory here. What I really wanted to just trace was this idea of iteration and usability, creating authentic writing contexts. And in order to do that, or I'm sorry, after doing that, that creates the interest and engagement and motivation. And those become the actions of genre. And then that helps us get through the mediation of system thinking. And so what I think, I'm really happy with how the project turned out. And in their reflections, students almost unanimously reference the learning experience of navigating these documents while looking for the clues. Many express surprise at the wide range of documents that fall under the technical writing umbrella and the initial confusion about how to apply criteria we talked about. Almost all reflected on how those criteria and the genres were just starting points for more dynamic and engaging documents. One of the more nuanced reflections was titled How a Murder Mystery Made Me a Technical Writing Detective, and I love that. I thought that was great. I'll end where I began, and that's with this hint that I'm only presenting on half of this game. Because we would be here until midnight, I decided to leave out what I do at the end of the semester, which is to have them design their own mystery and supporting documentation to solve it. So this becomes the basis of the next class's mystery after very careful editing on my part. So if you'd like to leave AI out of it, if today has thoroughly sent you running for the hills, if you'd like to leave AI out of it, there's a path for that as well. I will say that crowdsourcing these documents, even after a full semester of instruction, was very difficult because of the clue insertion and all the organization that took. However, it was a wonderful group bonding experience at the end of our course, and students were excited to create that mystery for the next group of technical writers at their university. So, like I said, that was the beginning and the ending. I'll stop there so that we have time to ask questions about the wonderful presentations